You're soaring above the Atlantic's restless edge, December 5th, 1945, 80 miles east of Fort Lauderdale's sun-bleached coast, where Flight 19 carves through a sky of deceptive blue. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers thundering at 225 knots, their silver wings slashing the air like blades, glinting under a sun that hangs too still, too high, casting shadows that ripple across the sea below. A vast teal sheet 100 feet deep, fringed by Florida's jagged keys and the Bahamas' coral spines, its surface twitching with secrets no wave dares whisper. The air bites at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, thick with the sting of aviation fuel, the drone of engines, and the crackle of radio chatter slicing through headsets, a faint hum of static lurking beneath like a predator's breath. They're a U.S. Navy training squadron, launched from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale at 2:10 p.m. under a sky streaked with cirrus wisps. Their aluminum hulls, 54 feet of riveted steel, forged in Ohio's wartime foundries, built to hunt submarines with 2,000-pound torpedoes slung beneath their bellies. Green fuselages streaked with salt and pride, a fleeting echo of America's air might as the war's embers cool. Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor, 28, a wiry veteran with 2,500 flight hours carved into his steady grip, leads 13 crewmen, trainees with eager eyes, crisp uniforms, and hands still soft from classrooms, on a routine bomb run over hens and chicken shoals, a speck of reef 60 miles out. Their voices sharp over the growl of Pratt & Whitney engines pumping 1,700 horsepower through air heavy with humidity and promise. Cockpits pulse with life. Compasses spinning true on brass mounts. Altimeters ticking at 1,000 feet above the swells. Charts plotting the triangle's edges pinned beneath scratched glass. Radio towers linking them to Miami's control 150 miles west. The horizon a clean arc of blue, until the declive crashes like a shadow from a cloudless void, silent as death, swift as a blade. At 3:45 p.m., Taylor's voice cuts the air. Both my compasses are out. I'm over land, but it's broken, his bearings unraveling. The squadron veering northeast 200 miles off course into the Bermuda Triangle's gaping heart. Fuel gauges sinking from 1,200 gallons as the sea below darkens with dusk's creeping fingers. No land in sight. Only waves that shimmer like a mirage under a sky turning cold. We don't know which way is west. Everything is wrong. He crackles at 4 p.m., his words fraying and ecstatic over a sea that reflects nothing but absence. The plane's drone fading as if swallowed by the wind. A rescue PBM Mariner dispatched at 7:27 p.m. from Banana River vanishing too. 14 men in the Avengers, 13 in the Mariner, 27 souls erased whole. Their last fix at 29 degrees north, 79 degrees west, dissolving into a silence that chokes. No wreckage washing ashore, no oil slicks staining the waves, no echo of wings. Against the endless deep, was it human falter? Taylor's compasses skewed by magnetic quirks in the triangle's grip, mistaking Bahamas Cays for Florida's coast, circling a void until fuel bled dry, though his years defy such a stumble. Or weather's wrath, a sudden squall whipping 50-knot gusts across the abyss, shredding wings like paper, yet radar logged clear skies from Miami to Nassau, no storms roar in the logs. A waterspout, water spiraling 300 feet high from the sea's belly, sucking them down in a vortex of foam, but no debris drifts to shore, no witnesses blink, or methane. Gas eruptions bubbling from the seabed at 20 fathoms, stalling engines mid-flight, sinking hulks to 500 feet. Though no bubbles broke the surface that day, no seismic hum shook the coast, Some murmur stranger fates, UFOs, lights flickering in NASA's tower logs, or a time warp bending them beyond the veil. Theories spun from a 1946 Navy board that stamped "Cause Unknown" on their graves, birthing the Triangle's legend in whispers of dread and ink on faded reports. Their legacy haunts Flight 19's name a cornerstone of Bermuda lore, a riddle etched in Fort Lauderdale's hangars, a tale that fueled Spielberg's Close Encounters with its eerie glow, a question no pilot escapes. You're strapped in Taylor's cockpit now, gauges spin wild like broken clocks. Static screams through your headset louder than the wind. The sea below, a hungry moth stretching to the horizon. What snatched them from this endless sky? Tell me below, did the Triangles grasp, or something stranger steal their wings? What happens when an iron beast disappears with hundreds on board? Find out next.